Hey, welcome, Stella here. Another little video. I'm making a little album called Our New Home. That's the front cover and that's the back cover. Where is that? Okay, that's that. Here are all the pages which I created yesterday. Now I think there's 12 here, so we're having 6 pages, double-sided. And these are 16 by 16 centimeters. And they are all little houses embroidered. You can't see the embroidery very well. There's a knitting line there. That's another type of embroidery one. This is a cross stitch one. A bit more embroidery. I can't see what this is. Embroidery combined cross stitch, I think. And then this one looks like a quilted one. Each one is in like a puffed square. They all seem to be quilted, those ones. And that's another fabric one. Looks like they're quilted with stitching around each piece. Aren't they gorgeous? They're just beautiful. Again, fabric and some trim on those ones. Some embroidery and fabric. Look at the flowers, they're lovely. And I think this is another fabric. Rows and rows of houses. And it's more embroidery, this one. And that one looks like it's knitted. And then that one, that I think is more embroidery. Okay, I've got 12 of those. And this pack of papers will be available on my Etsy shop soon with the album. Okay, so I've got 12 of them. Now for my covers, I've got 2 pieces at 6 and 5 sixteenths. That sound right? Seven sixteenths. Where'd you get 5 from? And 7 sixteenths, or 16.5 centimeters by 16.5 centimeters. I was working on centimeters, so they're square. And this box board is 1100 GSM. It's really thick and sturdy. It's 1.8 millimeters thick. It's really nice. Now for my pages, I am using cereal box. So I've got 6 of those, and I've cut them at 16.5 by 16.5 centimeters. So they are the same size as the covers. And I'm going to have holes. I'm going to be punching holes in one side. Okay, so first up, I've also got some double-sided adhesive paper, which is, I think, the best thing since sliced bread. got how many sheets? 1, 2. I've got 3 sheets. That may be enough. I've got more if I need it. I've got my Aliens tacky glue, and I've got my Express It double-sided tape. We've got a 1/2 inch and 3/4 of an inch. I think that's 3/4. Yeah. That's 15, 16, 17 millimeters. What an odd number. 17, 18 millimeters. And that one is 6 millimeters. Okie doke. So let's start with our cover. One cover. We did this one. Oh, and also in the paper range is my little label, Our New Home, which I think I'm probably going to put across here. I am going to bring it up and probably put some flowers around it, because I'm going to be hiding those mostly. Okay, so that's that. Right, now, that one I cut first, and I had a line around it, and I didn't want that, so that's just, we don't need that. What I did was used a really strong light, put this behind that against the strong light, and drew around it. So this is where this is going to go, exactly on that square. So first up, let's just grab a piece of this. Okay, pokey tool, where are you? There we go. I'm going to put it on this because it would just be too awkward to go around the square unless I cut it out separately, but I'm just going to go bull in the china shop and let's just get there. Boom. There we go. I like to keep these pieces. I can rip that off, I think. Save that. Okay, let's just see if we've got any overhangs, and we do. It doesn't really matter because we're covering it, so I won't be too fussy there. And we are going to just burnish that into the box board. Give it a nice old burnish. Now we'll take off the other backing. Okay, I have to take it all off because I'm upending this. Okay, just make sure we are straight. We don't want our house crooked because once it's down, that's it, it is down. Okay, and then we're just going to take off the corners. Oh, that's not it. Got a little gadget here. Better than guessing, isn't it? It's brilliant. So we've got quite an opening there. That is too much. That's good, that's good, that's good. So I'm going to take this one just a little bit closer. I don't need that much. You know, if you cut freehand, just remember to do it twice as thick as your box board. That's just a basic rule of thumb there. Please tell me we're straight. Oh yes, we are. Thank you, universe. That's beautiful. Okay, we are going to use the thicker tape right across there. From the top edge to the top edge, I'm not going in those corners. Just from there to there. Burnish them. Okay, it doesn't matter which one you start with. Take that off, grab the glue, and we're going to put glue in this corner, just down there, and in this corner. Run across the top. Burnish again, and then just tuck these little pieces in. And you can see that is covering that box board there. You need that little bit of glue though. Go opposite. Okay, that's the first one done in the front. And now let's go for the back. Same thing. And we'll use what we've got here. Much as I would love a new home, this is not a personal thing. Just an idea I came up with on one of those sleepless nights I had. Well, actually last night I woke up at 3 to go to the toilet. Bane of my existence, that is. And couldn't get back to sleep. So I got on here and thought, let's just do something so totally different. And I came up with this. And it's turned out cuter than I thought it was going to. It's using 2 different sized double-sided tape here. This. Oops, rubbish. Save. Oh, sorry if my bracelet is making clacking noises. I'll take it off in a minute, I think. Looks okay. That one. This is not as, doesn't need to be quite as precise as the front. Okay, I'm going to trim. What am I going to trim? I'm going to trim this one just a little bit. Not straight, it doesn't have to be straight. And we'll just go with eyesight there. I must admit, I normally use art glitter glue, but I just haven't got any at the minute. It's very expensive here in Australia. So is the tape, actually. And, this one, I know it was about that size, sort of that wide. It was over $20. Kind of a sickening thought. And non-crafters wonder why we charge what we charge for our handmade goods. We can't give them away. I've seen quite a few people have problems with pricing their stuff. I used to. Well, I still have some problems. Depends on the item, and I mean some of my memory books could take a couple of weeks to make. I made some beautiful lace memory books for a client once. She ordered one, loved it so much, she ordered another 6 for her nieces. And I only charged $7 an hour for my time. But each one took me a good 5 days to make. Because there's a lot of detail, you know, with laces and embroidery and stuff like that. And she sent me photographs of her nieces to put in the albums. It was just such a lovely project. I absolutely adored the time that I was working on that. Oh shoot, I've opened it all. That's what you get for talking and doing. I was a bit worried about this, but it's fine. I'm just going to go around. If you've never used Aileen's tacky before, it's not bad. It's not a bad substitute for the art glitter. It is thicker, I'll say that, and it takes a little bit longer to dry, a few more seconds to dry, so you do have a little bit more wiggle room. Corner a little bit. And that's the back. Now, printing out this, I put my business name on there, my Etsy shop on there. But if anyone buys this, that will not be there. So, here is our front and our back. So, inside, we are going to start with, do you know, I hadn't thought about this. I really hadn't thought about it, about what I was going to do for the inside. I'm thinking of putting that in the inside. $16 by 16. Let's just go and trim this. Let's see, that is 16 there. There's front. Yes. Put the front on the front. That's fine. That's lovely, actually. And we will just use one of these. throughout my videos I may be using different methods for the same thing. Don't get worried. I'm just cutting that just inside that pencil line, fractionally. Pokey. Come on. Okay, I always match up the bottoms and the sides before I pop the top down. And then just pull it out. That is driving me insane. Okay, just making sure we've got no overhangs. A little bit there. So little, it's just probably not worth worrying about. Nothing. That's the top, and that's the top. So we are going for that, and that looks not too bad. I love it. I love it. Okay, that's our front there, and oops, this is where we're going to be putting our holes, just so that I remember. What are we going to put on the inside of here? I think we're just going to go with a plain white. Be using 160 GSM paper, and we're going 16 by 16. I could actually put another pretty paper, couldn't I? What's that? Nope. I'm just having a squizzy around, see if I've got anything. I could print out another house. No, well, I had planned on just doing white, so I'll stick with white. Okay, what is it? That's just paper. That's a good fit. Whoops. What has happened? Okay, that must have been 2 pieces of paper. What? There we go. That's the back, and that is where holes go. That's great stuff. Okay, where are we now? Okay, I'm going to put the paper on the front side of this. I don't know if I'll use this for all of them. I don't really need to, but if you notice, I'm taking it like a, I don't know, a 32nd or a 64th over the edge of the paper. I just don't like overhangs, you know. Oops. I'll tell you what, I work in the smallest place possible to craft. The smallest place possible. Okay. Again, we'll fit the bottom and the side, and then we'll go up. Okay, I've got some more sheets of 160 GSM. I'm going to pop this down on that. And they are going to be folded just like the front and back. So we are going with, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch, thereabouts. Half an inch would have done. So this is vastly thinner. Save that. Yeah, vastly thinner than the actual box board. So we don't need as much over here as well. Off you go. I don't know how I managed to stay compos mentis with the lack of sleep I get. They say that as you get older you don't need as much sleep. Well, I call BS on that. Absolutely. Okay, once I've finished this one, I'm going to pause the video and do the rest off camera. You don't want to sit and see me do all of them, and they're all going to be the same. How boring. Oops, I don't like you. Okay, that's one page. And we will be putting that on one side and another one on that side, and it's not necessary to cover this with paper. And if I was going to cover this with paper, I would be measuring inside my frame here. So that's 13 by almost yeah, 13.2. So there's no bulk, it would be just, yeah. Or I can just go straight there. Not sure yet, but let's pop this one home. And what I'm going to do is use tape. Put a border around it. And we'll put some in the middle. 1, 2, and 3. So let's burnish all them down. It just won't hurt to put some little dots of glue here and there. Added security. Now this is 1/2 centimetre larger than this, so we know how much we've got around. Now that looks pretty okay. Why am I feeling something sticky there? Bit of glue. That's it. So here's our first page, which is in there. Oh, isn't that going to be gorgeous? Love it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and I'll come back and do the 5th one with you. Won't take me long, and you won't know I'm gone. See you in a minute. Okie doke. I'm back. And what have I done? Yep, I've done all these to that stage.
They're over halfway there, Australia.
Page 1.
And it's been fairly comfortable, Kerry O'Keefe, for the last few overs.
It has. And the old adage of double the 30 over score when you end up with it over 300, they're only chasing high 290s, but there are only 4 left in the shed.
That's the back. Okay, let's just
Berger, got him for pace there. It's 2 different games going on here. It's spin versus Australia and it's pace versus Australia. And spin, Maharaj is done, so Brian only has 2 overs left. Markram has 5. And Berger and Ngidi have gone for plenty in their limited time.
No swing for Berger.
Playing South Africa.
You know, he's now just trying to bowl angle and vary lengths, and they're onto him.
Like the Australian
In his 5th, he's gone for 46 already. Needs a couple of dots or a wicket.
I go for South Africa.
That one just holds up. So Head took him for 20 runs. That blasted him out of the attack, and then his return over a few moments ago, 11 runs off that. Marsh, 76.
That's too complicated for my little
Dorcius has looked great.
with Australian football, they keep changing the rules. And, you know, you spend a year learning what's what.
Back punching. Great stop. Always seems to be in the game, this youngster. Walt Brevis.
That's what we want to see, Skull.
Yeah.
We want to see a bit of energy. We want to see South Africa look like they want to drive the game. At the moment, Australia just clawing their way back. Well, this man is still at the crease. Anything's possible.
Uppish.
I'm trying to hurry,
And playing it into the ground. He's hardly hit the go button, Marsh, and yet he's a runner ball, basically, just under.
And batting may get easier as the night air gets on the pitch. It might just skid a little more. That'll assist Marsh, who's 77 knot and looking pretty good. Dorsius is playing like a proper batsman. He's listed at 8. We've often seen him hoiking to leg side in short form. Here he is playing proper cricket. It's refreshing. It's working.
Pulling forward of square. Brevis again diving around. 21 degrees, humidity 75%, and the wind has dropped to about 12-13 kilometres an hour. So it would seem dew should be a factor, but it doesn't appear to be at this point. Slapped down to the man in the deep. So better over, much better over from Berger. Only the 2 runs offered. Australia not in a hurry. 6 for 157. They are 140 away from victory.
Which is interesting. And I'm an old wrist spinner, but I can't believe these sort of decks, they tend to favour the finger spinners. We saw Travis Head get 4 wickets. Maharaj's 5. Sharan's 1. I mean, why is it? Why do these pitches take a lot of impetus out of the wrist spinner and advantage the orthodox finger spinner?
I think today the reason it advantaged the spin of South Africa was the time they bowled. I think the reason the wickets came about is because the ball was skidding with the new ball, and Australia were just doubting a little bit whether the ball was going to turn or skid with the newer ball. If you look at Maharaj's spell, he was outstanding. But he also didn't get a wicket in his last 5 overs when the ball got older.
Tonight we've got a -2.
So this is the 16th over over of this ball, 16th at the other end. And then after 34, the fielding side picks the one they want to choose, but the ball's going to get old in a real hurry.
Old for us.
Easy single. Run rate has just crept over 7 required, but again, that's hardly panic stations.
That's the only theory I've got, though, Kerry.
No, we shouldn't be surprised by Maharaj's spell. I mean, he's taken over 200 Test wickets at under 30. That's elite bowling finger spin in World Test cricket. Oh! And he's the number 3 ranked ODI bowler in the world. So he was always going to be a factor tonight. All he needed was the pitch to bowl on, and he got it. We're going to see a number of times in the next couple of days those wickets. They were a brilliant piece of flight and spin bowling to beat so many players on the outside.
Beaten cold there, which is a rarity. And we're going to have a look here, but it appears Dorsch probably got back.
We have an umpire review for a stumping. I've checked the feet placement and it's a fair delivery. Can I have a look at your best side on, please?
So we go to Richard Illingworth.
So I'm just going to go in there and just...
Okay, just rock that back, please.
Just got to make sure that
And
toe's
roll
on the ground.
foot nice and slowly. Okay, I've got the foot grounded, and as before the bails come off, so we can go to the big screen with my decision.
He's a handy gloveman, Ron Rickleton.
With everything's going on tonight, I spoke a lot about the bowlers. I've been watching the wicketkeeper close, and he's been sharp up to the stumps. Everything's been hit in the middle of his glove. He's been in the right position, even when the batter has hit the ball.
I'd love it if you did.
Not the easiest pitch to bat on, not the easiest pitch to keep on. So not out. This one given a bit more flight and worked away for a single.
Anyway. Had a lot of sales recently on
so the run rate has slowed up here. Only 7 off the last 3, 6 for 160 South Africa. Good deception there.
So really chuffed about.
Sharp work. Held his position well. Quick hands.
Easter
Cautious. Just with those big size 13s. Just get back.
So Markram's only got 4 overs left. Of the 3 spinners they've used, a total of 6 overs remain between them. So that leaves a lot of work for the quicks, who have taken a bit of a pasting. That's that run rate required. So it's starting to rise at a rapid rate. Still well within Australia's reach if Mitchell Marsh stays out there. And Andre Berger.
There's nothing to this book, really. As you can see, it's quite simple.
Chipped up, out. The wicket they needed. Brevis takes a sit up, stays down on Dorcius. Andre Berger gets the breakthrough, and this partnership, this very good partnership, is broken.
It looks as if it could have been the pace-off bouncer. It was. He bowled it into the pitch. Just stayed down. Dorcius just hesitated at the end, undone by the slowness off the deck. Brevis has held safely. That's a big wicket for South Africa. Dorcius fought hard. The 7th wicket's down. He's out for 33 from 52. The big partnership has been broken. South Africa now well in control.
Good knock, though. And now it really does fall on the shoulders of Mitch Marsh. It already really was going down that path, but he's going to have to play something very, very special. He scored 180 in a one-day once, 181 to be exact. And I think he sees the humour in the situation as Nathan Ellis comes out. By the way, there's debate. We don't have to worry about it now because Dorcius didn't last too much longer. Some members of the Fox cricket commentary team thought he was out with that stumping, that his toe wasn't on the ground. So anyway, controversy we don't have to have because he's out soon after. Mark Waugh wanted to make his feelings very known.
Mark Waugh has the eyes of an eagle. If he would just completely nail victims from 3 kilometres away with his eyes. No, he's the best. He'd be a fat eagle.
I'll be... Andre Berger. Nice full ball. Well crept out.
Well, to the naked eye, it looked like he got his toe down. She said not to worry about that.
Well, let's have a look here. Let's have a look. You judge at home.
Zoom it in.
So we're going to zoom this.
Well taken.
Oh, hey, God.
Oh, the eagle has landed.
Back is Ellis. Well, hang on. So the toe was up, but at what point were the bails whipped off? I'll tell you what, when Junior storms into your commentary box with his finger raised, you know he's not messing about.
When his finger goes up, normally Kim's trained a winner at Wyong.
Jamming up Ellis.
He could disagree with Bambi, though.
I don't really mind the tedium of this. In fact, I enjoy it. I really do.
You might have a bit of ground there, though.
from scratch.
Maybe it was a shadow. Benefit of the doubt to the third umpire too early in the season.
But you do look forward to
Berger's first
getting
up
the
from a
100
spell, and I don't think
out
it was much money for him in the ring because Travis Head took him down. He's struggling a little. He has the wicket. He'll be much better for the run. And Andre Berger.
That one thick inside edge. The last couple of overs have been terrific.
most times.
So Marsh has been patient. Can he stay patient for much longer?
You can trust Nathan Ellis for a while. Nathan Ellis has got to say, give Mitch Marsh as much strike as he can, but he's got to trust his defence, understand what they're trying to do. They're going to attack his stumps. Give Mitchy Marsh the best opportunity to take the game as deep as he can.
Oh, hit on the pad, straying. You know, in the last 30 balls, that's just the 8th Mitch Marsh has faced. Those numbers are going to have to turn around if Australia are a chance. 7 for 161 at the end of 33. And it is a good comeback from Andre Berger. Torn apart early, but the last couple have been excellent.
Right.
1 for 3 off 2 since his fourth. Markram to continue.
Combination.
All right, so Nathan Ellis on 1.
Because I've got cut bits of this sheet, so I may as well use them.
Can take wickets, Markram. He did it in the T20 series. Oh, thick inside edge, or is it? Well, Aiden, they told you what he thought.
Sometimes the corners come away nicely.
Have a look.
So it's gone up as a run. Clear inside edge according to the umpire.
I love the wicket keepers.
Doesn't matter.
Didn't hit it. Worth a look. Have a look.
Because they're all the same
Be
size.
assertive.
And the captains agreed they're going upstairs. It's be interesting. Naked eye said no, it's not hitting.
We have a player review for LBW. Original on-field decision
there is no bat.
Not out. If we can, I've checked the feet placement. It's fair delivery. If we can look at front on, please.
And there's that little bit there which will fit this one perfectly.
Oh, what
Okay, just rock that back. Okay, from this angle it looks close to the inside edge. Can we have a look at Snicko, please?
Noise was the bottom of the bat hitting the pad.
Stuff around.
Just rock that back, please.
Yeah.
Good bottom of the...
So the,
Looks good. That side looks good.
you can see where the spike starts. It's before the ball gets there.
Am I back on? Yeah. Okay, just go. Okay, I've got. Just hold it when that first spike comes up, please. Go back. Okay, roll through. Huh?
This stitching one.
Okay, I've got. Although I've got roll through. I've got murmurings, but I've got a gap between bat and ball. Okay, so we're going to go for ball tracking when ready, please.
Wow. First time murmurings has been used in the DRS. Well, that's got to be close.
Okay, it's umpire's call. So we'll go back to Sam on field to stay with his original decision of not out.
That's unlucky.
Question is, what was the murmuring?
I think Nathan Ellis knows he got away with one there. It was a very good Westpac DRS appeal.
Nice bit of side spin too from Markram. So ball gets starting to grip a little again.
Side is straight. And then push it out.
All flat, pulled.
Although even doing that, I have
Might get onto that
dropped
single.
it quickly by mistake, and we've got bobbles.
Marsh has 3 one-day hundreds, all against England. Highest score against South Africa, 96.
I do like to play this whole thing, just that, and put a bit of glue on that one.
Nice, Aiden. Nice, Aiden. Find small spaces, mate.
Said for a little while the run rate's certainly manageable. The last few overs, it's just started to jump.
Nice,
134 needed. And it's now over 8. Markram keeping a very tidy line.
Upwards.
And Ellis can't get him away.
Careful.
Looks as if the game plan is to just hang in there, and over to you, skipper. I think they may have to go from both ends, although there's only Zampa and Hazelwood in the sheds. So the next wicket decides it.
Excellent over from Markram. 2 runs off it, 1 off the bat, 7 for 163. So South Africa obviously in pole position here. Even with limited amount of spin remaining among their bowling team, they are way, way ahead. So 8.46 is that run rate. Now we're at that point where they pick a ball.
I'll let the spinner who's already bowled his overs pick the balls. It's a world coming to, Scuff.
It's his night, Kesh Maharaj.
So you can see.
So Berger, who's started to find his radar, will continue. Yeah, 5 wickets. Career best in one-day international cricket.
It's good to use the word guile in summarising somebody's spell.
Pulls uppishly, safely.
And it wasn't excessive spin. There was nothing acute about it. It was just subtle guile.
Now we've reached the point of the night where we've got players farming strikes. Easy single ignored. Very early call. But Marsh obviously has decided he's going to have to go nuts against the quicks. Oh, he's given that everything. It's gone very high. It hasn't gone long enough, but it'll do. Well, this could get exciting.
The captain's gone all in on slogging. This is going to be either very exciting or end poorly. He's got under it, didn't quite middle it. Will take 2, but he's searching for 4s and 6s. Exciting part of the game. Can Mitch Marsh run to 100 here with a flurry of boundaries?
Little fuller. And again, they stay at home. So that's the second time this over.
Yeah, there looks like a real change in his mindset here, Mitch Marsh. And that's coincided with the 1 ball. You don't want to be bowling those bounces at his body. You need to get those bounces outside his eye line. He picks the ones off at his body.
Uppish again. The placement better. Beautifully cut off. De Bruyne as they run and they get themselves a couple. So 4 off this over so far. Terrific bit of fielding by the off spinner.
It's his strength there at his body. If you're trying to entice a full stride out of Mitch Marsh with a short ball, you've got to get the ball over off stump, get it outside his eye line, and then make him pull it across into that leg side, and that can bring the top edge.
Oh, slow ball. A wide, so that's a bonus. Perplexed look on Berger's face.
It is continuing.
Tell you what, he's had a couple of entries for the Golden Goalie Award, right off the meat of the tongue. Let's have a look at this. For the head of Marsh.
Let's see, don't read that.
Wing and a
I
miss.
think it's 10 pieces.
Hold on, Kerry, hold on.
15. And it costs me $11.
Look at this bouncer theory they're trying to use here. You don't want to go straight to Mitch Marsh. You want to get the ball just there outside his eye line. Make him pull it across. He sometimes slices it there and does bring those catches into play. The ones that on his body, he picks up length very quick. It's just getting outside his eye line where he loses control of his hands.
This one a little closer, almost a little feather. So 5 off the over. He threw the kitchen sink at that, Mitch Marsh, but the run rate required goes up, 7 for 168. He's had a habit, hasn't he, Marsh, of up and undering a lot.
He picks up the length really well when it's at his body. When it just goes outside his eye line, sometimes he tries to get the ball over and just opens the face of his bat. And then he loses control of where the ball's going. Those bounces there at him, he controls those really well. It's just the ones where go outside the off stump where he can slice and bring those deep square and fine leg into play. Showed a bit about in the last couple of overs, Berger. 3 overs for 8.
Trying to get the single, but not there. Scampering fielding to Brian. Yeah, 46 off his first 4. 8 off the next 3. Andre Berger.
Done.
I have seen him reverse sweep Nathan Ellis.
Yep, I've got a bit of
I don't know if he's
overhang
thinking
there.
that with the captain at the other end.
To be removed.
On the charge and just desperate to get off strike. Now, does Marsh go with the same aggression he showed against the paceman at the other end?
100%. I think he's looking for the ball he can step into about that 5 metre length where he can step and hit at the side screen.
Tristan.
Clever bowling, force him on the back foot. He's absolutely stinging to load up downtown. Markram cleverly pushed him back with a flat one.
He's a big hitter, but it's a big ground. Now that's got a fair bit on it. Oh, and off, rocketing into the fence.
Marsh hung back in the crease, expecting another flat, short one. He was ready and waiting. Picked his spot, hit it for 4. Good cricket from the Australian captain.
What are you thinking here, Kerry? Does he overcorrect and go fuller? Allow Mitchell Marsh to go down the ground.
That's exactly what he wanted, Marsh, a single. Maybe not as pretty as he would have had it drawn up.
Over and drinks.
But while there's life, there's hope. 8.75 the run rate required. Only 14 overs left. 7 for 174. And we're off to a drink.
MG's finance deals are on now. with incredible weekly repayment offers to suit your budget on select
Still got a
QS,
few to go.
HS and MG3 models. All with bold design, head-turning style, and up to 10 years warranty when servicing with MG. See your local MG dealer today to find out more and take advantage of a finance deal that works for you. But hurry, MG's incredible finance deals must end soon.
Damn, look at that.
You'd be amazed the things you learn about a place if you pay attention.
So I'm thinking
I really don't like it.
on a second video to finish it off.
Push the tempo, 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 push the tempo.
It's evening here. And
Come on, Charlie. Go, Reese.
Go from balcony to backyard with Westpac's local home loan specialists. To get it done, it takes a little Westpac.
Welcome back. Mitch Marsh, the last hope for Australia. Conservative for much of the innings, but always got that power on his side.
He's shown some great batsmanship today, Mitch Marsh. He's had wickets falling at the other end consistently. Batted well with Ben Dorcius. What he has done really well, he's gone through the gears. And if he can just hang around the next 8 to 10 overs, anything can happen. It's been a real change in his mindset.
Had a tremendous IPL 2 hats, so he's used to batting on pitches with a little grip in them. So, a couple of failures in the T20s. Teed off with a half century in the winning game, and he's found early form over 50.
Well, if you're flicking around on this Tuesday night in Australia and you see South Africa nearly 300 and Australia 7 for 174 with only 14 overs left, you probably think, well, this thing's nearly done. But that makes a bit of context. The context being the spin has been most damaging and the spin is nearly done. So it might come down to the fast men, the medium quicks of South Africa, to get them home. Marsh closing in on a 4th one-day international century. Berger's been terrific. And indeed, he still has 7 overs to bowl. So if he's going to get through them all, he has to start immediately from the other end.
if you like it so far, please click like. Make a comment.
It's quite ironic, isn't it? In 50-over cricket with big bats, the top 3 rated bowlers in 50-over cricket are all spinners.